Hi, Rigsters here, back with another video, this time on the finale of shorts mentioned, the AMX 1390 in World of Tanks. So, after previewing in shorts a little bit of how the tank's penetration with the upgraded gun was buffed from the 180s to 190s to 205, this video just going to take it out for a quick spin and see how that goes. That's pretty much general gameplay. Woohoo! Well, the only other thing I would mention before I go out and do that is the mechanics of this game has changed dramatically. Now, I didn't put on the full gear for this tank because, well, one, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and two, the only thing I was experimenting with was putting this new to me turbocharger that improves the forward and reverse speed by a couple kilometers. Now with that, 100% crew with 82% repairs and standard consumables. With all the ammunition for normal, composite, rigid. There's even a premium version, which I don't know why you would ever do that. Is 4,800 credits a shell. That is ludicrous. The normal shell is 374. So, pretty much, if you fired your full load of the composite premium, 40 rounds of that, you do 40 times 4,800, it probably is approximately about 480,000 credits if you were to fire all that ammo, versus 374 times 40. But you rarely, if ever, fire your whole ammunition in one match. At least with this tank in particular. So, World of Tanks, unlike in World of Warships, is a very fast-paced game. Most matches last less than 10 minutes, so you can theoretically go through a lot more matches at a much faster rate. With the AMX 1390 in particular, though, it kind of is a weird tank to play, even in the older days of World of Tanks when this tank was new to the battlefield. It's kind of not like a real scout. I mean, yes, you can do its primary mission, which is scouting, but it's more of like an opportunistic assassin tank, as I jokingly call it. It has very bad gun depression, as you can see right here. It's actually harder for it to aim up than it is to aim down. If you're aiming up towards a hill, this is what the elevation will look like, and that's pretty abysmal. This is because of the osculating turret design. It's a very unique French design, but it was not widely adopted. It was to fit their experimental auto-loading design. This tank itself actually did exist, but not with a 90mm gun. The real tank is a AMX 1375. It is with the 75mm. That is the formerly tier 7 French light tank. I don't know what tier it is at now. I think it was moved either to a sub-branch or it still exists. And it might be some of the more eagle-eyed viewers would be like, why don't you have chat on? It's pretty much toxic. Trust me. Most of the time, just think of it as the most strange chat you can come up with in a kind of 12-on-12 combat game you can foresee. I turned it off years ago, and I still have it off to this very day, as soon as that was an option. So, for this match, you do get 4 rounds, but they take, I don't know why he's spamming help, because I can't really do anything against a heavy. I mean, I won't block him, but what else am I going to do? I have to let the heavies go in first to deal some damage, and then I can sprint in, is the goal. This tank, of course, like the name implies with light tank, is not made to really tank hits. Even though it is a tank, it is not a very heavily armored tank, so any shot that you receive 90% of the time is going to hurt you. So you rely on your speed and camo, on paper, to do the job. Now, this is the old style autoloader. There's many different styles of autoloading in this game. This is the traditional autoloader, or one of the first lines in the game to feature that concept for mortar tanks. Basically meaning that if you fire, say, 2 shots and you wanted to reload, you have to reload the whole magazine, and that takes 20 seconds, which is an eternity in some situations. The internal reload is very quick, as the name number implies, towards the middle left of your screen, near a green bar. It says 2.21. That is the time one shell gets reloaded. And you can do a feature where if you're really confident with your aim and RNG at close range, you can hold down the left mouse button and it'll continuously fire until it either runs out of shells, which in this case is 4, or you just stop holding down the left mouse button. Most of the time I just single click very quickly. Right now I'm trying to lower this E75 around the corner. Holding down the right mouse button so my turret will point near him. He's not looking. Fire 1 quick shot and back away. You have to fight unfair in this tank. And as you can see, those shots happen very quickly. And now I'm going to press the C key by default, and now I'm reloading the whole magazine. It's a risk, but I have enough support here, and the chances of me getting hit behind the building here without artillery shooting down at me is pretty low. So this is usually a good time to reload your magazine. That's pretty much how you do it for conventional auto-loading tanks. Granted, this match is actually going better than I expected. I thought this was going to be a quick 1 and out. Now I'm going to go after this guy and fire there. There you go, and shot him down. So that's how you do it. You just go in, floor it, circle around and hope people get distracted, and you take advantage of that distraction and go in. It's an assassin tank. It's a very difficult playstyle to do, and usually you're not very successful doing this in the open fields as much, because people can outspot you. Oh boy, I'm going to reload the drum again and tell the team with F8 that I'm reloading. I don't usually scout out until the magazine's like 2 seconds to go for the reload. And there's also tanks across on D5 on the map. Just like in Wilder Warships, there is map grid references. Let me see if I can find this scout real quick here, if he is still here or not. No, he is not there anymore. He either left or he did something else. Who knows? One nice thing about mortar tanks, though, is since the matches are much faster, if you lose, it's not as painful because you can quickly go back in. The problem is with this game's economy is doing damage is much harder. And apparently the enemy has suicided into the water and blown up. Now, Cannon Panzer, that's a new tank to me. That is a premium German tank destroyer. Let's see what this baby's capable of. Apparently capable of bouncing my shots. Now we circle around him, do some damage, and oh boy, I'm gonna get my butt kicked here. Oh, maybe I can get out of here, maybe? Oh, I think I might be able to get out of this one. There's the last 2 tanks here. And there we go. Yeah, the team's starting to take him on. Oh, come on. Yep, Type 59 got me. Now, as you see, I did customize my interface a little bit. You see that golden bar in the bottom left corner of your screen that says APCR? That's in gold. That means he spent $4,000+ in credits to kill this tank. And yes, you do get killed a lot in this tank. And now, with the team score report here, did okay. I mean, you're usually not going to get towards the mid half of the board with a performance like that. Still made some money, surprisingly, only because I limited how much shots I do, and also for the fact that I did a mission. The repair costs on tier 9 and 10 tanks are very expensive, so you usually need tier 8 or lower tanks And if you have premium tanks or premium account, you usually are stuck playing 5 to 7s in this game to bankroll your operations. There is a way of getting premium tanks in this game before I wrap this up here. If you go to bonds, you go to vehicle for bonds. Occasionally there is missions at lower tiers, usually tier 5 to 10 is usually where you can get these. And you can get, for bonds, kind of a premium tank. I'm trying to save up for the 8,000 bond ones. I already did that for the AMX M449L. It does not really have great frontal armor. It used to, but it's not as good as it used to be. That'll be for a different video. But this is pretty much, if you want to get a premium tank for free over time, it's kind of like the coal system in World of Warships. This is the World of Tank equivalent, which is called bonds. So, AMX 1390. This tank is very hard to play. It does require a lot of time and practice. And it's still an okay tank. It's definitely still fits the meta if you know where to position, just like with any tank in this game. It is very hard to play. This is probably the second hardest line series you can do in the game, but man, it's very rewarding when you pull it off or fortune is on your side, in that case in context. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I do run a Ko-Fi page if you wish to support the channel. Still trying to get that flight stick, and next time around I'll cover more tanks and more tanks in the future. This is Rigsters Journey, signing off.